Yo, Hotep family, what up? 3 times, man. It's your G King Shoe, man. Shout out to everybody who watching this on YouTube. Shout out to everybody who watching this on the gram. Y'all know the gram shit don't last for 24 hours. So, if you catching this on YouTube or if you're not, go to YouTube. Make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you hit the like button, and make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. If you agree, if you disagree. Because I speak what I feel is the truth. I don't go with popular opinion. You understand what I'm saying? And on the contrary, I usually go against the grain, not because just to be different, but because what I recognize us to be doing is not, I genuinely don't think we making the right moves or focusing on the right things. Now, if you know me, I'm always banging on spirituality. The reason I'm banging on spirituality because I'm telling y'all right now, this is the reason we was conquered. You understand what I'm saying? And every time I come in a video like this, I'm usually motivated by another video that I done seen. Like, for example, I was watching the Arm and Rod Squad, not debate, but they was having a conversation about spirituality versus science and technology amongst themselves. And, obviously I lean towards the science and technology side. The reason I do this is because as human beings, see, and another thing, right? A lot of my brothers and sisters, I don't take the approach of, banging on white people, because in my opinion, they not my focus. It's like a distraction to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be focusing on us, in my opinion, and not worried about what they doing or how they doing it, unless we, gaining intelligence from the situation. When I say gaining intelligence, I'm not talking about like they smarter than us or none of that. I'm saying getting information and applying the information that we gain. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't believe in all that banging on white people all day. It's a distraction. I don't believe in these weird ass images that we see. You know what I'm saying? Of the things that they do. We know what they do. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I'm doing this is because I recognize how we can push ourselves in the future. You know what I mean? And like I said, fair warning, I'm going to offend a lot of people, but it's not to offend you to the point where like it's a personal thing. It's like, we got to wake up and really do what we got to do to push ourselves in the future to make sure we survive as a breed of the human species. The reason I say a breed of the human species, because whether we know it or not, a lot of us believe that the white man is a Neanderthal, the Indians is the Denisovans, and they different breeds and shit like that. No. They ancestors mixed with those different archaic humans. So when you're dealing with Neanderthal, when you're dealing with Denisovans, these are archaic humans. These are the old versions of humans. Furthermore, if you still talking about that we say we come from monkeys, you might as well just kill yourself. You in the way, you have no comprehension skills. Either you can't get it, or you just don't want to get it. And at this point, nobody's going to keep explaining to y'all that we don't say that we come from monkeys. Number two, the archaic humans. It's numerous archaic humans. A lot of y'all is familiar with Lucy from Ethiopia. She's one of the oldest archaic humans. She's an Australopithecus. You understand what I'm saying? This is the transition. That's like one of our oldest ancestors. You understand what I'm saying? And in my opinion, I'm gonna give y'all the jewels. This is why people portray them as monkeys or ape-like creatures, is because of racism, white supremacy. In my personal opinion, and I did a whole video on evolution. If you go look, I explain evolution step by fucking step, from the first single cell organism, until we all the way develop into human beings, step by step. So go check that out if you got the time. But the reason they portray our ancestors as monkeys is because they have to push a certain narrative that we was animals. Just like how when they first came across us and treated us a certain type of way, and you see how they treat animals in the zoo, they had to justify their behavior, or they would suffer from cognitive dissonance. We learned this from our ancestor Francis Cress Wilson. They have to believe that what they doing is right. They can't, because believe it or not, they got a conscience too. That's why they they do a lot of wicked shit, but then they soothe their own conscience or ease their own conscience by thinking that they benevolent by, taking care of dogs and shit like that. I never understood that shit. I know I'm gonna come back full circle though. I never understood how they could shoot our people dead in the street, call our people this and the third, but have so much love for dogs, have no regard for human life, but show so much love for dogs. But you know, when you really understand science and nature, dogs when they have puppies, they have how many puppies they have, right? So when we have human beings, at the most we might have triplets at the most, and that shit is so rare, right? So when you have something that's rare, you're supposed to cherish that the most. So I never understood that. That was just a sidebar, you know, on how, you know, they treat animals better than they treat human beings. Now, like I said, they had to push a certain narrative on that our ancestors was animals. Our ancestors was not animals. Our ancestors was fucking highly advanced. So this is why when they talk about who built the pyramids and things like that, you know, they talk about aliens. They accept that aliens built the pyramids before they accept that our ancestors was just way smarter than they ever was. And that's the point blank period. You know what I'm saying? So, when you're dealing with forensic reconstruction, forensic reconstruction is when you have the bones, the skeletal bones, the facial structure, right? And then you see the people, they put the clay on the face and they reconstruct it to the best ability. You could do that on the computer, or you could do it, you know, manually, you know, by molding clay. This is how we got that the latest version of Nefertiti. And when we look at that Nefertiti, it's obvious the artist has some bias in him. You understand what I'm saying? Because the lady looked white, basically. The lady looked white. They had to put certain melanated features in there, but they also wanted to push their narrative, so they kind of merged in the middle. The reason they're able to do this is because it's not that forensic reconstruction is bullshit. It's the fact that when you can't really tell how the soft tissue is on a person's face, on the bone. So, you know, this gristle part, this known, all that soft shit is going to deteriorate when you die. They can only estimate, and being that every individual is different, you could give or take an inch, and by giving or taking an inch, you can make a person look like a so-called Negroid, or you can make them look like a so-called Caucasoid. You understand what I'm trying to say? So we have to be very careful with this. So being that they're able to do that, and they cannot tell if a creature had hair on their body, this is an estimation of the environment, you know, and certain things that they took into consideration. So when you see Australopithecus, when you see our ancestor Lucy, or Deknesh, you know what I'm saying, from Ethiopia, it's not necessarily that she had hair, and it's not necessarily that she looked like a so-called monkey. Now, they always said that we look like monkeys. You know what I'm saying? Look at Patrick Ewing. We even had some Negroes who said he looked like a monkey. You understand what I'm saying? We have some ancestors who have certain features that I wouldn't consider it ape-like. You understand what I'm saying? It's some differences, but you know, whatever. I don't really give a fuck about none of that. You understand what I'm saying? The whole point of this is that we are the oldest human beings on this planet. You understand what I'm saying? And we have to get it right. We have to really understand science. We can't just be out here, you know, saying anything because it makes sense. I know niggas like, yo, how we can't go with shit that makes sense? Just because it makes sense don't mean that it's true. You ever have somebody lie on you? You feel me? And it makes perfect sense, so you got people believing it instead of coming to you and asking you your side of the story. But our ancestors can't tell their side of the story. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to, that's why, you know, our ancestor Sheikh Anta Diop, he you know, he was one of the pioneers of, you know, going and showing that the ancient Egyptians was black. You understand what I'm saying? We need people who's dealing with science and technology to push our narrative so we can survive in the future. You understand what I'm saying? I see too much, you know, and it's sad to me, right? All I see with my people, right? All the brothers want to be fucking athletes. All the brothers want to be, you know, rappers. That's the most what everybody want to be. Everybody want to be a fucking rapper. Niggas want to be a fucking cornball their whole life, wait till they get out of high school and want to be a super gangster and want to be a fucking rapper. Listen, man, we all come from the fucking hood. You don't have to see, and the reason I could say this because I was that same nigga. I was the same nigga. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be. It's okay to be smart. Listen, just because I have a little bit of intelligence don't mean I won't fuck you up. And it don't mean I won't shoot you in your fucking head. Trust and believe that. The reason I'm a little hesitant to do that because I know the consequences. You understand what I'm saying? And being that I know better, I gotta do better. So now, before I shoot somebody, I have to, in my mind and heart, I have to be like, okay, is it really worth me sitting 25 of the life? You understand what I'm saying? And trust and believe, if I feel like it's worth it, it's gonna get done. Cause I'm a fucking man first, and I deal with nature. And when it comes to nature, it's about survival of the fucking fittest. It's about survival, period. You understand what I'm saying? So they had to push a certain narrative so they can survive. They had to make it seem like they are the authorities on this planet, like they are the most intelligent. So our ancestors were just some bumbling around animals. Nah, our ancestors was highly advanced, and made tools and had strategies and communicated. You understand what I'm saying? See, we don't, it's the arrogance of the people who run the planet. It's their arrogance to not understand sentient life when they see it. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, we got to get into the mode of, like, yo, we want to deal with science. You ask a little girl or a little boy what he want to be. He should not be saying he want to be a fucking a basketball player, football player no more. He should want to be an astrophysicist. He should want to be an engineer. He should want to develop certain technologies. This is what when they came out with the movie Black Panther, this is what they was really afraid of. They was really afraid that we was going to have the common sense to be like, oh shit, if we was really left alone, and if we combine our ancient ways and wisdom with modern science and technology, look, this is who we would have been. Yo, what up, bro? You already know I'm going in, bro. I'm going in on my Black Power shit, bro. You know how that go. But that's what the whole Black Panther shit was supposed to be about. Oh yeah, and I'm in there today, fool. I'm in there. You feel me? They can't hold me back. But yeah, nah. This is what the movie Black Panther was supposed to show. It was supposed to show us and make us be like, yo, all right, look, if we really study our ancient African roots and we mix that shit with science and technology, yo, we could be leading the whole fucking world. You know what I'm saying? We could be really running shit. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get out the mode. Like, I'm tired of seeing, every time I see on motherfucking Instagram, you know what I mean, my whole timeline, you seeing bitches twerking. Like, we got to get out of that. Like the goal of our women, right? The goal of our women is to look good. Like, when you look at them, they whole goal, they whole being is to be sexually attractive. We got to get out of that shit. Like, we come from a group of people like, Shahrazad Ali, Frances Cress Wilson, Dr. Joy, the group, her name is hard to say, Dr. Joy, you know what I mean? Dr. Patricia Newton, you know what I'm saying? Queen Nzinga, you know what I'm saying? Like, we come from, our women need to be striving to be fucking scientists and shit like that. I'm not saying it's okay to look good. Do your thing, but every 5 minutes you shouldn't be shaking your fucking ass, B. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be shaking your fucking ass. And the same thing with the niggas. Every 5 minutes you shouldn't be, trying to be on the fucking block. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be trying to hoop. You shouldn't be trying to fucking run a fucking football. You know what I'm saying? Or be a fucking model. Because you niggas is the same way. Niggas be up there modeling, twisting their head all type of ways, trying to look good. You know what I mean? Like, niggas worse than the women. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with our women. Stop flipping your head, trying to look cute all day. Use your fucking brain. You was born bad. Like, you feel me? Like, stop showing your fucking body. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit should be precious for one, but for two, like, your greatest accessory supposed to be your brain. You know what I'm saying? Because all that other shit is superficial. You're going to get old. Everything that's tight is going to sag in the future. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real, family. Like, we got to get back off the bullshit. You should have little niggas who want to be carpenters. You know what I'm saying? Who want to be, like, I don't get it, B. I don't get it. Like, you should want to be a carpenter, be a scholar, be a fucking astronaut. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you ask them, when you ask other people, kids, what they want to be, they can tell you exactly what they want to be. They know about the fields and all that. So in order for our children to learn about science and technology, it's up to us to introduce it to them and make that shit attractive, make that shit fun. Go to the store, go buy a fucking microscope. You know what I mean? In case you want to be biologist, chemist, you know what I mean? Go buy a microscope, a zoologist, understand animals and shit like that. You know what I mean? Go buy a microscope. Show them a drop of water and let them know that there's life inside that drop of water. Do the adults even know that? We think we only see as far as our nose. Like, we don't even realize that it's life. It's little animals in a drop of fucking water. If you don't believe me, just go look up a tardigrade. It's called a tardigrade. You understand what I'm saying? It's another nickname for it. It's like the microscopic bear or something like that. These things you cannot see with the naked eye. You need a microscope. But these things is living animals. You have living organisms that's small as hell. You feel me? That literally hunts. Matter of fact, I might put that shit up on my Instagram. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it up on my feed. So you know what I mean. When I post my other video about artificial intelligence and alien life forms, I'm gonna post that shit behind it so y'all can see, because I like to show and prove. It's not just about talking, about showing and proving. You understand what I'm saying? Get a telescope. Go look at the biggest. You see what I'm saying? Go from the small to the biggest. You know what I mean? Go to the, I don't really condone, the zoo, having these animals captive and shit like that. But, it's just study animals, study other life forms, and that way you know where you fit in this animal kingdom, and you'll stop saying we don't come from no fucking monkeys. You fucking idiots, dude. Y'all niggas need to stop fucking talking and shut the fuck up. You got 2 ears for a reason. And your brain is the biggest organ in your fucking body. You understand what I'm saying? And all your 5 senses is connected to the brain. You feel me? And that's another thing. We gotta stop making decisions with our fucking heart. We gotta start making decisions with our brain. You think with your brain. You don't think with your heart. I know a lot of our women love to use their intuition, but that should be like a spider sense, like off of Spider-Man when you get that hunch. But once you get the hunch, you got to use your brain to investigate. You got to use your brain to think and use discernment. You understand what I'm saying? On what's good for us and what's not good for us. Because once we do that, we'll realize how we moving is bullshit. We out here moving, on some, I see my people. Shout out to the queen, Thoughts of a Sapio. I love this queen right here. Never met her day in my life. I love this queen. I love the way, the stuff she posts. I love the way she think, B. I love the way she fucking think. You know what I'm saying? And she posted something, it was a post where it said, you don't have to do yoga. You don't have to play with crystals. You don't have to follow the mainstream trends to be woke and to be conscious. Because what y'all fail to realize, y'all don't even realize who y'all getting that woke shit from. Y'all really think it's our thing. That woke shit is not us. That fake conscious shit is not us, B. You know what I mean? That crystal shit is not us. Like I keep trying to tell y'all need to do y'all fucking research. Stop going and doing everything that look cool, everything that makes sense. No, make sure it makes sense. This is what science do. Science, puts forth experimentation to validate your hypothesis. Your hypothesis. You feel me? So what you think makes sense, that's your hypothesis. But once you go through the experimentation, then you can make it a theory. That's another thing before I dip. We need to learn the difference between a theory and a scientific theory. We need to know the difference between a theory and a scientific theory. See, we not scientific literate. Listen, all this shit I learned on my own. I'm a regular nigga from around the way. But once I figured out, what's holding us back, and once I figured out how we can push ourselves in the future, I gravitated and I learned from scratch. And I go to other people who know more than me and I listen. And I don't just listen and take it off face value. I go investigate everything that they say. So if they introduce something new to me, I'm going to look it up. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to start dealing with science and technology. If we don't, we are doomed as a breed of the human species. Because everybody is fucking humans. This is what I'm saying. Like, niggas is so fucking dumb. This talking about white people are not human, but yet you see black people making babies with white people. Like, the fuck is wrong with y'all? We all fucking humans. You understand what I'm saying? But we have social differences. We have social differences and social biases, and it wasn't initiated by us. That's another thing. White people, y'all got to start taking y'all responsibility for y'all fucking hate and racism. Y'all initiated it. So it's not for us to keep telling y'all, can we all just get along? It's for y'all to come to us with y'all arms, with y'all palms showing, and you know what I'm saying? And just because y'all come like that don't mean that we necessarily going to accept y'all. Because fool once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You understand what I'm saying? So that we have to just deal with what it is. This whole country was built off of racism. We still see racism going on today. I'm talking to white people now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all paying attention. Y'all pay attention the most. You feel me? So y'all have to understand where we coming from and stop trying to reverse racism. Y'all have no clue what racism is at all. At all. You never been a victim, and y'all keep coming with the superficial shit like we really talking to y'all. Come on, man. If I really broke the shit down, like, y'all would be fuck quiet. Shut the fuck up. Especially when black people talking amongst black people. And like I said, that don't necessarily mean I don't hate nobody, because hate is an emotion. I think. I use my brain. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's all I'm gonna speak on, y'all, because I don't like I said, it's about us. It's about us. So family, we gotta get into science and technology. We gotta start fucking math. Every time you talk to a brother or sister in school, niggas talk about they hate math. Niggas hate, you know what I'm saying? They hate science. You know what I'm saying? We get the chemistry, shit be hard for us. We get the biology, shit be hard for us. We get the calculus, and I ain't gonna lie, math was one of my favorite subjects, but I had this teacher who, like, teacher made me not like calculus. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, like, it was an attitude thing. The dude was a gay white dude, and we bumped heads heavy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we gotta. So at the end of the day, family, that's what I'm saying. We gotta let go of the superficial shit. Listen. Unless you understand what your crystals are, you shouldn't be fuck them crystals. There's no energy. Y'all be talking about some fucking vibration. What are y'all talking about vibration, yo? Y'all just using certain lingo amongst the community, but what do it really fucking mean? What vibration? How are you vibrating? You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, this is superstitious spooky shit that, in my opinion, is what brought our ancestors down, yo. And we coming right around them because we not doing the investigation to see what was the cause of the rise and the fall of our people, so we could repeat what made us rise, and we could eliminate what made us fall. Peace, peace, Queen. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, we not taking these right steps. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I don't want to totally bang on spirituality, but I don't necessarily mean. I don't necessarily think that we need. We don't need to pretend, because in my mind, we pretending. Let's be real. When you do a ritual, for example, you might do a money ritual. I don't know how the rituals go, but listen, and it's not for me to tell you that it's not working, but we need to deal with something that we can actually control. So, for example, if you do a money ritual, right, and then you find $20 later on, obviously I can't tell you that money ritual didn't work, but can you do it again tomorrow? Can you do it again tomorrow? The day after that? Can you keep repeating that? You understand what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like this. I'm not saying it don't work, but all I'm saying is find out how it literally works. Don't just use your superstition and your belief, because that makes it another religion. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when you're dealing with the Ifa and all my beautiful brothers and sisters, I love to see them in the all white, you know what I mean, with the ostrich feathers looking like my eye. You understand what I'm saying? I love to see that. But in my mind, I don't think we necessarily need to do certain rituals or pretend about certain rituals. I think that's just community. Like, we need to come up with certain things that force us to come together like that. That way, whether we wear all white or not, we could wear all white. We could come together and let's talk about real issues. Let's just come together for the sake of coming together. It don't gotta be no ceremony. It don't gotta be no ritual. Let's come together for the sake of coming together. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, science and technology is the key. It's what pushed our ancient the archaic humans, our ancient ancestors, into the future. We stepped it up a notch as a human being once we started creating tools. You understand what I'm saying? Once we started speaking and communicating. Once we started, once we created the will, the actual will. Once we harnessed fire. These are the things that pushed us into the future to where we are now. We wouldn't have been able to survive if our ancestors never did these things. You understand what I'm saying? If our ancestors never did these things, we wouldn't have never survived. You know what I mean? So we have to figure out what made our ancestors rise and what made our ancestors fall. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, I believe it was the superstition, because I forgot what part of Africa, but it was a part where the melting of iron, it was like a ritualistic thing. Only the priests and certain people can do it. We got to get out of that bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you deal with that, you always gonna have the preacher man. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care what we call it. You always gonna have the man at the top that you have to go through to get your connection. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody's supposed to be equal. Everybody's supposed to have the same ability. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you have a little respect and reverence for the man that teach you, but nobody should really teach you. It's more like pointing you in the right direction. So once you point me in the right direction, I have to do my own investigation to really learn and retain the information. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you could tell me what page it's on, but I have to read the words. And the words that I don't understand, I have to go get the definition. You know what I'm saying? And I can't use your interpretation. That's why I don't like dealing with the Hebrews, because you telling me you have to interpret an English book for me. You see what I'm saying? We both read English, but once I read this and I get what I get from it, you read it, you get what you get from it. You telling me I'm wrong. No, this is what it's really saying. You don't have to tell me. So if you got to do that, you know, that's when you know it's not for us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to drag this all the way out. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to drive home the point. You know, science and technology is greater than spirituality. Like I said, I know a lot of people not going to agree. A lot of people, you know, I hope nobody took offense to what I'm saying. You know, all this shit we getting from outside sources. And like I said, if you go check out my video on YouTube about artificial intelligence versus alien life forms, I'm really not throwing out the window of the fact that it's artificial intelligence that's pushing the narrative. So when we see certain things or certain so-called people comment on certain posts, or you know, when we start posting certain shit and we feel like, you know, it's the man who's fucking with the message, or it's the man who's censoring the message, or saying certain shit to cause more problems, or I believe, I'm starting to believe it's artificial intelligence out here, like a computer program. When I say artificial intelligence, just understand I'm talking about a computer program that has the ability to improvise. You know what I'm saying? The ability to adjust and make its own decisions to a certain extent. That's what I'm saying. Because it's hard for me to believe, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, any other people can manipulate us in such a way, you know what I'm saying, like, and push our narrative. Like I said, even down to the, you know, the vegan diet. When you understand history, you know what I'm saying, when you understand how, you know, science, you know what I'm saying, you would never, like, I'm not saying you would never eat a vegan diet, but when you understand biology and certain animals, like, y'all don't really realize what y'all gonna evolve into by just eating plants. You understand what I'm saying? Like, y'all really have no idea. You know, y'all gonna start losing y'all front teeth and all that, because your body's gonna adapt and evolve, but y'all don't need the front teeth. All you need is the side teeth for crushing the fruits, the vegetables, and the grains. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta understand, man. We gotta do a little bit better understanding of science and technology so we can actually survive, man. And that's all I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? So if you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Leave it down in the comment section. I don't know if I'm gonna post this video on YouTube today, but I got another video to post. I might do both of them, man. But you know, shout out to everybody out there who's really doing it the right way, who's really dealing with science, who's really dealing with math. You know what I'm saying? Who really dealing with real history. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what's gonna push us in the future. You understand? And there's no such thing as white man science. That's like saying the white man sky. You heard? So with that being said, family, man, I love y'all, man. It's your G King Shu, and I mean another King Shu Nubian perspective. All right, what's up? Come on, man.